Hello YouTube, I'm back in the shop today fooling around with power tools and whatnot, and you know how that's going to go, always very well. Anyway, so today's little thing that I got going, I'm out in the shop here and I'm cutting circles. Now look at that, that's a great looking circle, I'm not kidding you. Well, how'd you get such a great looking circle, you might ask? Let me show you. Now I'm not working with any kind of big tools or big fancy table saws and so on and so forth, so a circle cutting jig, they're a little pricey. Well, I made one here for about, let's see, what's a brass screw cost? About 7 cents. Some scrap wood costs about 0. That's all it cost me right there. So basically this is a circle cutting jig you put together yourself for 7 cents, fully adjustable, mind you, and you know, whatever, adjustable, or maybe you use it once and then you don't use it again. Who cares? It didn't cost you anything but 7 cents. Here's what I done. I'll show you now. So I got a piece of plywood off the floor where I keep all my scraps. Then I got another piece of wood here, again off the floor where, again, I keep all my scraps. Well, as you can see, I screwed them. I basically mounted them to the top of my little benchtop contractor type saw. Now look at this thing. This is just a little 10-inch saw, and I'm doing precision woodworking on this bad boy. I'm not kidding you. So you can see here, I screwed them together right through the holes that are conveniently on there. Then I measured back what I needed. In my case, which was I believe it was 11 3/8 from the blade to here. There you have it, 11 3/8. Put a little hole there, just a little pilot hole. Then I took my piece of wood, which I'd already cut down with my handy jigsaw. Now a jigsaw will get you pretty close, but you know, when the wife says no, pretty close ain't gonna cut it, you better get it right. Well, look out. Have no fear. Now, here's a couple of the things that are important. I'm fairly tight to my circle here. Take your little screw. Now, one thing for you to remember: use a screw that's got no threads for about the last quarter, say a quarter of an inch, quarter to half an inch. Now, what that's going to do is allow the piece of wood to spin freely as you're trying to move it through the saw. You see, that's important because you don't want to be fighting the threads as you're going. Take that, mount that through there. Well, you get the idea. You're going to mount that in there. You're going to take that screw. You're going to screw this whole thing. Well, let's just make this happen. Into your pilot hole that you've put in there. We'll just pretend that it's there. It's not, but we'll just pretend like it is, because sometimes in the shop you gotta do make pretend, which is sometimes fun. In any case, okay, so you're mounted there. You're pretty close on your lines, but not quite. But you know, whatever. Put that in there like so. Now, what you're gonna do? You're gonna take and you're gonna start raising your saw blade up. You know, bring that up until it just barely breaches the top of that piece of wood right there. You don't want it more than about 1/8 of an inch higher than that piece of wood. You don't need any more exposed blade than that, because like we're not exactly following the safety protocols laid out in well, wherever they're laid out. I don't know. There you have it. Now you've got this thing mounted to your center point. Just start spinning. Nice and easy, spinning through. Look at that, she's cutting it. Well, I'm not kidding you, that's going to get you right where you need to be. All right, I paused you for a second there. Now I got the screw mounted into my pivot point, just so you can see it actually happening. Now I'm not going to cut this because it's already done, and it's loud as hell if I do that. But as you can see, I'm mounted in there. Now the saw's and that's just pivoting nice and easy on that center point, just like you want it to. Hitting the blade, just barely catching the blade. No problems at all. just like that, you've got yourself a center cutting jig, custom made for whatever size you want. Now, but you say, well, hey, old man, what if I need to make it a little smaller? What if I missed by just a touch? Not a big deal. Here's how it. Let me get out my magic adjusting tool. Oh, you need it in a little bit? No problem. Give it some of these. 5 taps. She's in a little bit. Oh, there you go. So you can sneak up on your cut by doing that. You got it over here, you got it close, but then you measured it and, well, by God, she was off by 1/8 of an inch. You needed 24 and it was 24 and an 1/8. Give it one of these. There. There's your 1/16 of an inch that you're going to have to go run it through again. Done. No big deal. Now, I'm not kidding. You're going to love this thing. It's cheap as chips. Like, I don't know what else I can do for you, short of sending you these custom made screws, which I also picked up off of the floor, aka storage area in the shop here. Just take that out into your shop with you, put that to work, cut yourself some nice circles. Have a great day, everybody.